Hey guys, we're back in Prison Architect. Now I told you guys we would be coming back to Prison Architect after a while, but when we stopped we'd pretty much covered everything the game had to offer. Now, however, we are back because there's big news. That's right, Prison Architect is available on Steam. So you can check it out in the store section of Steam under Prison Architect, and there's a bunch of options for buying it and supporting the game and the development. Now remember, it's still in alpha, so you're not buying the full game, or rather you are buying the full game, but you've only got access to the alpha right now because the game's not quite finished. But if you check out down here, you can see, look, it says version alpha 8. Now I think it was alpha 4 when we stopped playing last, so there's a bunch of new stuff added, and I'm keen to see what's new in this version. So let's take a look. Already I can see this extra option down here in the main menu, names in the game. Now I remember reading a tweet somewhere where somebody mentioned that somebody put my name in the game. So I'm going to click on this and see if I can find myself. Let's see. A, C, D, T. I think these are wardens actually at the top. Let's see if we can find Sjin alphabetically. Okay, where are we? Simon. Here we are. Next to Sirius Black, we've got Sjin, Isa, Joker, and between Sirius Black and Slender Man. Wow. Okay, Sjin, Isa, Joker. Sjin iced 2 Jokers. Now remember, I didn't make this guy. Okay, somebody else has made this guy and put him in the game, not me. Now, he's 3 or 4 years older than me because he was born in 1990. So he's a few years younger than me. Now, Sjin iced 2 Jokers. One a scientist, and the other a crazy dude from Sweden who believed in magic. I guess that must be Duncan and Rithian, so yeah, I murdered Duncan and Rithian. Well, that makes sense. After the 2 murders, he lived happily in his compound with more diamonds than David Crockett. Okay, sounds like a good life to me. But then his boss reported him in a year after the incident. Hang on a sec. So, I lived in my compound with more diamonds than David Crockett, and then my boss reported me. Sips? Did Sips report me? That's weird. Well, okay. Oh, what's this? A transfer button? Oh, wow. So I can actually transfer Sjin to my prison. That's really cool. So if I have a character that I've put into the game here, I can actually bring him into my prison. That's pretty cool. I might have to make my own character, especially for my playthrough. Okay. So coming back from that, it's time to create a new prison because obviously the old prison we have is not compatible with this new version. So we've had to lose the save, but that's not a problem because if I remember rightly, our last prison was pretty chaotic. So we'll set it to large and we'll turn off Fog of War and continuous intake because I'm not sure we'll be able to keep up with continuous intake at the slow kind of playstyle that I use. So okay, play. Wow, massive amount of space to build our prison with. And already, look, oh yeah, it's the Wally workers. I remember these guys. Fluorescent jackets, as standard. Oh yeah. I'd give them all names, but to be honest, there's too many of them. There's too many Wally workers to name. And that's part of their charm, I think. They're like Oompa Loompas, these dudes. So let's just keep them as Wally workers for the time being. Now let's take a look at the menus down here and pause while we do, because already I can see that prisoners will arrive in 23 hours and change, and that's not long for us to set up our prison. So let's look at the menu with pause mode activated. Now, foundations, nothing new here I don't see. Materials, doesn't seem to be anything new here either. It looks like there's less to choose from, because I remember before I had to scroll down this menu. The same for objects, actually. Yeah, I don't have to scroll here either. Now, I don't know if they've taken stuff out, or if they've just expanded the menu a bit so you don't have to scroll. I don't see any new rooms. Well, hang on a sec. No, I do. Infirmary and morgue. I don't remember those. We had a med bay before. Is that still here anywhere? Yard. No. The infirmary must be the kind of the medical bay. But the morgue, oh my god, where dead prisoners and staff go. Oh dear, I don't want any prisoners or staff to die. Well, prisoners, they can die. But not staff, especially not Pierre. Oh no. If you let me die, Sjin, I will come back and haunt you. So we can't let Pierre die, because I don't want to be ghosted. Okay, what else have we got here? Objects, again. Not sure I see anything new. Oh, apart from CCTV and monitors and CCTV cameras, they're new. Other than that, I don't see anything new. We can build an electric chair, but I'm not sure we really have any death row inmates yet. Let's check on utilities. They've still got that kind of grey utility view, and I don't see anything new here either. Now there's a new menu here, deployment. Oh, assign staff to areas of your prison. Oh, that's cool. So instead of having my guard just wander around, I can put him specifically in an area and have him guard that place. Got bureaucracy, which we've had before. Emergencies, what's this? Oh, fire engine. I guess we can call the fire brigade. Oh no, that means that prisons must be able to catch fire. I'm going to have to watch out for pyromaniacs as well as people trying to shank people with bottles and knives. Oh no. Clone? Well, I guess that lets me clone something like an object. And planning. Oh, what's planning? Plan out your prison without the fear of workers actually doing anything. Oh, now that's really cool. That's really useful because in this grid-style setup of a game, it's really good to be able to plan out exactly where your buildings are going to go. Okay, so let's start the game again and get the ball rolling. Now, oh, what's this down here? We've got lockdown, which I remember before. But what's bang up? Send all willing prisoners back to their cells. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a good way of kind of getting control. After a situation's kind of reached the boiling point, you can send all your prisoners back to their cells before it escalates. So let's check reports. What's new here? Nothing much. And down at the grants section, well, let's accept all these grants to get us a massive amount of cash. And these are all the same as before. Build a detention center, build a administration center, build a cell block, A, and health and well-being grants. Okay, so I've accepted those. Let's come out of contracts and get to building. My favourite part of Prison Architect. Right, so let's engage planning. Now, first things first, we've got 8 prisoners arriving in 23 hours. So the first thing to do is a basic detention center. Turn this empty field into a functioning prison. This government contract gives you the funds necessary to build the absolute minimum facilities for your first set of prisoners. Now I'm going to go for a unit-style prison. Rather than just one big prison, I'm going to have my prison be separate units for all the areas. So first up we need a holding cell. And that has to be... Let's check. Holding cell, 5x5, indoors, toilet and bench. Okay, so if I can plan that out here. Well, first up, actually, we're going to do what I did before, which is put a fence around this area here. It's a good move to start with, I think. So that will come up around here. Oh. Get these workers taking care of that. And there we go. That's a fence area. That means if the prisoners try to escape while I'm accepting deliveries or taking out the trash, maybe one of them decides to jump in the bin and escape in a bin bag. Well, no, sir, you're not getting away. They're not going to get through that fence. Or maybe they will if they hide in the bin. But then they're probably going to get crushed by the trash compactor kind of bin truck. So it's probably not a smart move. Oh no, they're deleting the road when they put down this fence. That's a bit awkward. Oh dear, I hope the trucks can still get to me. Okay. So first things first, basic detention center. Build a holding cell. So a holding cell is 5x5. So we'll plan out a holding cell right about here, I think. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then an extra one, so I've got a 5x5 square inside. So this is just loose planning at the moment, but this is going to be the holding cell. And now I'm going to put the cells next to this holding cell, because if I'm getting 8 prisoners, I'm going to need more than one holding cell. In fact, actually, I'm going to build 2 holding cells right here. So we've got that one there, and then we'll come across 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, then bring it down, and there we can fit 2 holding cells right there. So then I'm going to build next to it a bunch of normal cells, and normal cells have to be 3 by 2. So that's 1, 2, 3, and then come across with it, and we'll have 1 cell, wall, 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 1 cell wall, 1 cell... I bet not, actually, because... There we go. So that'll be where the cells go. Now I'll put the foundations down for these already so the Wally workers can get underway. So there's the cells going in there. And then there's the... Oh. Oh, no. How do I build a... Am I going to be able to build my cells next to my... Oh, what's going on here? If I build the holding cells first, but it won't let me overlap the foundations to build the cells here. So I might have to build these a little bit separately. So what I'll do is I'll put this down and then extend it one over so that I still have enough space to put down... Oh, no, no, no! My Wallies don't have any way to get out of this fenced area. That's a bit of a trouble. So I'm going to get the bulldoze tool out for materials and give them a way to get out. There we go, guys. Get rid of that fence and you should be able to leave. Okay, they can get out. And look, these guys are coming around because they can get back in to the holding area. Right, so what now? Time is a-ticking, and I've got things to be building. So let's see, we've got the holding cells here, the normal cells here. Next up, I think, is a shower. Okay. Now I'm going to keep the shower nearby to the cell so these guys can get to the shower ASAP and don't have to stink up the whole prison with their smelly BO on the way to the shower. I know Pierre would be very mad if he had to smell what these stinky prisoners actually smell like before a shower. So let's go to foundations, because I think a shower doesn't have any requirements really, apart from it needs a shower head. So let's have a look. Where is shower? Am I blind? I can't see it. There it is. Okay, required shower head. So yeah, basically any room that has a shower head could be a shower. So let's build a small shower right about, I think here. And we'll come over, about that much, make it about that big. Yeah, that seems like a reasonably large shower. So all the prisoners in the prison can get in there and get a shower. Now, on top of that, I'm going to build another block of cells, I think, right next to the shower. So let's see, 1, 2, 3, a 3 gap away from the showers, and let's plan out the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then come across 2, and there's enough for 1 cell, wall, and then 1 cell, wall, 1 cell, wall, 1 cell. Wall, 1 cell, wall, and that's enough for a bunch of cells. Now these things down here need entrances, so I'm going to put the cell doors in. Let's see. Objects, jail door, and we'll put one right there, and right there. And of course, all these individual cells will need cell doors as well. So 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. Uh-oh, hang on a sec. I think I've miscalculated here. Let's go into planning and plan out the walls for our cells. So they're going to go there, 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 there. Oh no, how have I managed this? The cell block is, it's abnormally big. Well, okay, 1 person can have a deluxe cell here. That's fine. That's absolutely fine. So I'll go into objects, cell door, and this lucky joker right here. Actually, maybe I can transfer in Sjin the Isa Joker, and I can put him in there because, that's a nice big cell for him. So let's go to brick wall and brick up the areas in between these cells. I have to be careful because I'm spending a lot of time on this and time is ticking away quite quickly. And my prisoners are arriving quite soon, so I should be careful. Right, now these other areas need entrances as well. I'm going to have a nice big entrance on the shower, I think. A big jail door cell. Wait, a large jail door. Oh, I misplaced it. Where'd it go? There we go. I'll put it there. And then I'll put in the cell doors for these smaller jail cells right here. So that's one there, wall, one there. And if I put 2 blocks between each one, that should be correct. There we go. Plenty of jail doors there. Now we have to be careful because every time I build something, a truck has to come and deliver what I'm building. So in this case, it'll be jail doors. So I'm waiting for the jail door truck to come now. And then the workers have to unload those objects from the truck. And if the workers are stuck and can't get to the truck, well, we have a backlog and things just get out of control and crazy. And that's not a situation we want to be in. So materials, brick wall, and then I'll just brick up the areas between these cells so the prisoners can't talk. And arrange a breakout and escape. Put down... Actually, I'm going to put down some mosaic stone. Or rather some paving stone, I think. In between these is like kind of a walkway for my prisoners. There we go. Oh. So there we are, some more path down, and I'll link this path back up. Now, very important is to put lots of grass in between the paving stones as well. But that can wait because we've got more of a prison to build. Check this out. We need a yard, a kitchen, and a canteen. Now, guards and chefs we can cover right at the end. But most important right now, I think, is the kitchen and canteen. Now, that's going to be a large building that goes right about here, I think. So let's just plop down some foundations for this. Now, I can be pretty vague with this because the only requirements for a kitchen and canteen are that you have certain objects in them. They don't have to be a certain size, and those objects are quite reasonable to put down. So this is going to be a large area, large building, probably the largest because I want to future-proof this building so that no matter how many prisons I have, there's always going to be space for them. So a large-ass set of foundations are going down here. That seems about big enough, I think.